All right, good afternoon, everybody. You guys enjoying your day?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, a couple of classroom norms since you all, getting towards the end of the school year, you all decided. Remember, do not talk when Mrs. Powell is talking. Please respect your peers at all times, and if they have a question, please be respectful. Understood? All right, you guys know the classroom procedures. Log on to your Emoto account. If you forgot it, that's your username and your password. Let me write on this side. Everyone logged in? Your username is, yes, WGASTUBENT, password ABED 6537. Everyone's logged on?
Ms. Paul, I know you've been asked this before. Is that a picture of you?
Yes, that's my little avatar.
You look way prettier than that.
Well, thank you, thank you.
It's not working.
What is that?
WGA student.
Oh, that's a W.
Yes.
So it's like UGS.
Sorry
I'm
for
at
the
the wrong
left, you
school.
guys know I do not write on the board often. Okay, for the people that are out there, here's your warm-up activity. Please click on it. You have about 3 minutes to complete the assessment. No, you just go to username. Don't worry about what's at the bottom. You just email the username up here at the top. Do not worry about what's at the bottom. You just put in the address box. You just see username and password at the top. Do not worry about creating an account.
What did you ask us to do?
You're supposed to scroll to the bottom
Okay.
and then complete your warm-up activity.
You could help me.
To the bottom? All the way to the bottom. No, you logged into my account. Yeah, you for a moment. Okay. I apologize. Once you're there, click WGA Accounting. And that's your class.
Yeah, is that right? That's what it was.
Everyone is there? Finished? Or you all still working on it?
Still working.
Huh?
Still working.
You still working? Okay. Make it swiftly now. We only have about 15 minutes for class. We have to leave and go to assembly. Susan, would you be my timekeeper?
Yes, Miss
Thank you.
Powell.
So we're going to go through this information real quick. William, while you're sitting there, could you read out the warm-up, please? Click on it and read it. From your computer.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I think so. Income statement warm-up, correct?
Correct.
Question one.
Question one.
Okay. A couple of years ago, a lady wanted to buy a coin-operated laundromat. There was one for sale downtown, so she approached the owner and told him that she was interested in buying his business. She asked him if she could see his income statement. The owner gave her a blank stare and said, "A what?" She told him that an income statement tells the owner how much money his business is making. The owner told her how much money he made was his business, and if she wanted to buy the business, she was going to have to take a chance. Students, how do people who want to buy a business use an income statement to make the decision to purchase it?
Tevin, would you please answer that question for me?
I said the income statement shows the money that the company brings in. They can determine if the company is profitable, and therefore if it's profitable, they'll make the decision to purchase it.
Okay, Amanda?
I said they'll look at the revenue and expenses, and if they're in the clear with budget profit, they can possibly move forward if they have enough money to purchase. If not, then they need to pull back.
Okay. Hold on, let me just try to pull up a PowerPoint slide for a moment. Okay, you guys remember last class period where we were talking about the balance sheet. Now we're going to the income statement. Do any of you all remember what a balance sheet was? Anybody know what a balance sheet?
Yes.
We.
A balance sheet keeps a balance of your
Company.
credits and debits.
Exactly, pretty much, that's what it means. You have to have the accounting equation. Assets equal liabilities plus bonus equity. Now we're moving on to the income statement. The essential questions for today: what is the purpose of an income statement? How much does it cost to open a business? And how can students use their creativity to demonstrate their understanding of financial documents? Here's a brief video to pretty much sum it up, since our time is limited. Is the sound working?
Financial performance of a company for a given time period. It shows the company's revenue and costs and is therefore a pretty good indication of the strength of the company. Income statements are also called profit and loss or P&L statements or revenue and expense statements. Income statements are prepared as a part of a company's financials. All public companies are required to submit them quarterly, regulated by the SEC. So let's look at a simple income statement in practice. Here's Mary. Mary owns her own successful flower shop, Petals, and has begun filing her income statements for the quarter. Last quarter, Mary sold $500,000 worth of flowers. This is her top line revenue. Revenue is also sometimes called sales. Next, Mary needs to add up all the costs directly associated with cultivating her flowers. These costs include things like seeds, earth, fertilizer, and electricity. These are added together and are collectively known as costs of goods sold, or COGS. Revenue minus COGS is known as gross income. Think of this as money made from both growing and selling flowers. After that, Mary adds up her non-direct costs. These are costs she incurs that aren't related to sales. Petals' costs included marketing, rent, and salaries to her 2 store managers. These costs are known as selling, general, and administrative costs, or SG&As, and are often thought of as the company's overhead. Gross income minus SG&As is referred to as operating income, or income earned from a company's operations. Lastly, Mary subtracts taxes from her operating income to get her net income. Mary now has a good understanding of the profit generated from Petals. Usually, income statements are a little more complex to put together and are handled by professional accountants, controllers, or CFOs, and follow the general accepted accounting principles. To learn more about income statements and other topics, head over to wallstreetsurvivor.com.
How come they didn't have any eyes around?
Excuse me?
So they didn't have any faces?
I got this from off the YouTube. I apologize they didn't have any. But as when we get to the
Everyone
unit
knows a good credit.
as when we
score
get to
is
the unit
vital. How do you
on
get it?
multimedia, as when we get to the unit on multimedia presentation, we can create a Prezi or a PowerPoint. Get away from PowerPoint, so you go ahead and create one with the eyes.
Okay, thanks.
All right, I pulled out some of the key points since our time is limited. An income statement is what did we do statement. The income statement or profit and loss statement shows how the company performed during the course of its operation for a fixed period of time. Now, when you're doing an income statement, you have to remember 2 key words: revenues and expense. Like a balance sheet, everything is assets equal liabilities plus owners' equity, and they have to balance. These are the 2 key words you have to remember here. When you think of revenues, it's what the business earns for providing goods or services. Revenues, profit, plus, positive. Keep that in mind. Those are the key words. Expenses, the cost of assets the business used to generate revenues. Remember, expenses minus negative when it comes to your income statement when you're constructing it. Okay, guys?
What was that again? I forgot.
All right, when you think of revenue, think of plus, positive, money you're generating. think about that. When you think about expenses, think about minus, negative. You're losing it.
Do you want to hear something really cool?
Yes.
Miss Mullis, she taught us about revenues and expenses last year, and she told us to remember revenues as like revving up a car to go forward, like it's going faster, so it's positive, and she said rev up.
Thank you for that.
It was real.
And what'd you say about expenses?
I forgot that part.
Okay,
Good thing we're learning again.
We're gonna stay on track. We're gonna stay on track. Our time is limited. Our time is limited. Remember, guys. Okay, here go the business profit or loss equals the revenues minus expenses. Okay, I have an example. Yes.
Why is this important, ma'am?
It is important because not only if you want to own a business, just basic balancing your checkbook, balancing your bank account, budgeting. So you don't have to use it if you want to go to business. You don't even have to go into the business field, but it's just you need to know this personally. You need to know about revenues and expenses. You need to know about if you're going to give a McDonald's $5 that that's leaving your account. That's an expense. All right. I have an example for you guys. Real world experience. Think about you all are owners at Foot Locker. Okay, keep that in mind. You all are owners at Foot Locker. Somebody give me an example of how Foot Locker own their revenue inside of the store. Think about it. They're trying to gain revenue. They're a company. Give me an example of you walking into Foot Locker and there you're giving them money, giving them profit.
Buying shoes.
Exactly, buying shoes.
Shoelaces.
Exactly.
Socks.
Exactly.
Shoe cleaner.
Exactly. Everything. That's how they gain their money as a company to keep it afloat. That's how they pay their employees. That's how they pay their staff. Now, think about it on the opposite side. Give me an example of expense of the money that they're losing going out of the company.
Rent.
Rent. What else? Exactly. Give me another example.
Damage material.
Payroll.
Marketing campaign.
Exactly. Utility. Advertising for the company. So, this will lead into this assignment. There's a little quick. Actually, this assignment is due for you all to complete on Edmodo, but we don't have time. So on tomorrow, I'm sorry, 8B day, next class period, you all will complete it, but as of now, we're just gonna do it as a group activity. There are gonna be 2 per group. You all can start on this assignment. Take about a couple minutes to, partners, take a couple minutes to jot this. Keep in mind we have a couple minutes. Yes. Oh. While you all working on that, just keep in mind that there's extra notes on that motto for you all, as well as the rubric and sample income statement for you all to complete.
You deserve a cookie for that one.
All right, guys, we have approximately probably about 90 seconds left. Would you all hold on to that and go on here and complete your quiz? Stop what you all doing. We'll come back and finish that later. I need you all to complete this quiz before you all walk out the door and head to the assembly.
The wrong way.
But I got 5 out of 5, so I did well.
They didn't like what we wrote.
I got 1 or 2 wrong.
Ed didn't like what we wrote.
Yes. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay. Just take a seat. See you out of class.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Teacher,
Yes.
what do you mean by supplies on this middle thing?
Supplies.
Is it buying supplies or supplies you have?
No, supplies that you have. Supplies is in like,
That's your alarm.
pens, pencils,
Okay.
for your company.
It sounds like a bird.
You, wait, you go.
Star student.
Star student over here.
No, me.
Okay, guys, do you all stop what you all doing right now? Please stop what you all doing.
Is that the
You
bell?
all got your motor account. You all know the routine. Boys line up first. Girls follow.
Boys first?
Yes. You want to cut or you want me to explain? Oh, well, at my school, the way they stop down the noise and the kids mingling in the hallways, the boys leave 2 minutes before the girls, and then they walk on their right side of the hall, and then when the bell rings, the girls leave. So that by the time they differentiate all the talking and mingling in the hallways. No, I'm at the middle school.
Wow.
They cut down on the chat.
That means the boys get to leave
And
earlier.
transition.
That's not fair.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.